Welcome to today's episode of the Mindset Mentor Podcast. I am your host, Rob Dial. Today, I'm going to be giving you a really big key to change your life. I'm going to explain to you how I see most people trying to change their life. I've been in this industry now, some form of self-development and coaching for the past 17 years now. And what I usually see is, say, for instance, somebody is trying to change their body, right? We're going to use that as an example today. People will wake up one day, they'll look in the mirror and they'll think, what the fuck happened to my body? And they become disgusted. Oh my gosh, I don't like how my muscles look. Look at this fat that I have right here. I've got a little, I got a little muffin top that's starting to come in, and they start to become disgusted with their body. And they look at their body and they talk shit to their body. They talk shit to themselves, and they start to develop a underlying sense of hate towards their body. Sometimes it's a little bit subconscious and they can't really tell. And sometimes it's like very conscious, like they outwardly say things to themselves, whether in their head or in their mind, where they talk about hating their body. Now, I'm going to talk about hating your body on this episode a lot, but this could be anything. You could look at your bank account, you could look at your life, you could look at your relationships, you could look at all of these things, and you realize that a lot of people, what I find is that they try to change things with a very deep underlying sense of hate. And so what do? They go, you know what? I don't like the way that I look. I don't like this muffin top that I hear. I don't like this fupa that I have here. And they work out and they try to change the thing that they hate. And they try to change from a place of hate. And they eat differently so that they can try to change the thing that they hate. They work out so they could try to change the thing that they hate. They push hard so that they can try to change the thing that they hate. And they hate it and they hate it and they hate it. And don't get me wrong, this can work. It can work. I've done this before, and I know many people that have had this work before. But what you have to realize, when you're doing something from a place of hate, the energy of it doesn't feel really good. It's so negative. And when something doesn't feel good, it's really hard to persist and to continue to keep doing that thing. If I'm trying to change my body because I hate my body, it's going to take me a really long, like the marathon of changing my body is probably not going to be finished. I'm not going to finish, because it's not like I wake up, I hate my body, I go into the gym today and I wake up and I'm a different person tomorrow. Like, it's a marathon, isn't it? Like, if you try to change your body, if you try to gain muscle, if you try to lose weight, it takes a long time. Like, it's usually not even like a 3-month thing. It's like 3 months, you'll see some results, but it's really like 18 months, 2 years. That's a damn marathon. And if it comes from a place of hate, the energy of that hate is so negative, it usually doesn't feel really good, and it's really hard to change from that place. Now ask yourself this question. Have you tried to change your life, change your body, change your relationships, change your job, change your bank account, change anything that you have in your life, or most of the things that you have in your life, from a place of negativity or a place of hate? Have you? Which one's more? Is it more of a negative energy towards the things that you're trying to change, or is it more of a positive energy towards the things that you're trying to change? If you're like most people, it's usually a negative energy. It's usually the negative energy of, I have to change this thing because I hate it. I have to change this bank account because I hate it. I have to change my job because I hate it. And we look through that lens of hate, of negative energy. So, is it possible that we could change something and change that thing from maybe a place of, like, I don't know, love instead of hate? Let's try a different way to change. What if you wake up in the morning, you look in the mirror and you go, oh, look at that little muffin top. Ooh, look at that little fupa that I have there, right? You wake up and you're not enjoying the way that you look in the mirror. And you look at it and you think about what you got there. And you think about, oh man, I need to do some working out, all of that stuff. And you have to realize, okay, now my body didn't get this way by itself. My body didn't, I just wake up and I just looked like, it looked like mashed potatoes stuck inside of a sock. You didn't just wake up and you look like that, right? What happens is a bunch of choices that you made to get there. And then your bank account, and you look at your bank account and you're like, I don't like my bank account. Well, it's not your bank account. Your bank account is not even like a real thing. It's just there. It's not It doesn't have, it can't go and talk and do things and spend your money for you or not spend your money for you. Can't save for you. It's just a thing that's sitting off there in the corner, right? It's like getting mad at your safe because there's nothing in it. No, like you have to put the money into the safe. You're going to get mad at the safe? That doesn't make any sense. So you get mad at your bank account because your bank account is what you want it to be. And then you go, well, hold on a second. Was it the bank account's fault or was it my fault? Oh, that's right. I was the person who didn't save the money. I was the person who bought stupid stuff. I was the person who didn't invest it. I was the person who didn't get a higher paying job. And then you start to look at it and realize, okay, it's not, if we go back to the body, it's not my body's fault that it looks the way that it does. It's not my body's fault that I look like, it looks like, a bunch of, when I say mashed potato stuck inside of a sock, right? That's not my body's fault. That's my fault. Let me think about, man, I've done a lot to my body. I've actually put my body through a lot of shit. Like, I don't know if I think about it, like you might be in the same situation as me. I put my body through a lot of shit and it still continues to show up for me. Like I've drank a lot of alcohol in my past. I smoked a lot of weed when I was younger. I've done a lot of drugs. I've had a lot of late nights where I didn't get enough sleep and I didn't take care of it. I've had a lot of days where I didn't drink enough water. I've had a lot of days where I've eaten food because it tasted good, knowing that it wasn't actually good for my body. I've done a lot of different things. So is it my body's fault? Should I be mad at my body that it looks the way that it does? Or should I look at it and be like, damn, I've done all of that to my body and it continues to show up and work hard for me. Realize your body is still running pretty damn well after all the stuff that you put it through. It's my body's running pretty damn well after all of the stuff that I have put it through. So instead of coming from a place of, I hate you, what if I come from a place of, oh, I want to change because I love what my body's done for me over these years, that it continues to keep working, that it continues to show up. I keep beating it up and beating it up and beating it up. I'm going to start showing up for it. So instead of coming from a place of, I'm going to change my body because I hate the way it looks, it's I'm going to change my body because I love my body so much that it deserves better. Which one do you think would be an easier mind frame to continue over the marathon of changing your body? When you become grateful for what your body's done for you and have love and gratitude and want to take care of your body. And you decide to work out more often to take care of your body. You decide to eat healthier and make better choices and maybe read some labels on things to see what it is that you're actually putting into your body and give your body what it deserves, right? You decide to eat healthier. You decide to look, does this thing have seed oils in it? Holy shit, it does. Almost everything has seed oils in it. Maybe I should research, are seed oils good for the human body? Oh my God, they're fucking terrible. All right, maybe I should stop eating seed oils, right? You start to look into these things and you start to actually understand, what is the nutrition? What is it? And I'm doing this not because of anything else other than I want to take care of my body, right? Because I come from a place of love. Like if you had a child, you wouldn't want to just not take care of your child, yell at your child, feed it the worst stuff, give a child alcohol, give a child drugs, any of those things. No, but that's the exact same thing that we're doing to our body. What do you want to do with a child? You want to take care of it. You want to love it. You want to give it the best food so it can grow into what it can grow into, right? We want to take care of ourselves the same way that we would want to take care of a child. And so you eat healthier, you give your body what it deserves. And this is one of the things that you actually start to, and this is, I've known this for a really long time and I've tried to get my head around this. This year is actually like the first time that it's actually like clicked and stuck for me, right? Like if I look at this entire year, I've worked out probably 85, 90%, some form of a workout or a stretch or yoga or movement practice or primal workouts or any of those types of things. Band workouts when I was traveling about 85% of this entire year. And I go, damn, I'm showing up not from a place of like, I want to change because I fucking hate the way I look, but I'm showing up and I'm going, I want to change because I know my body deserves this. My body doesn't deserve to just sit in a chair all day long, which I've done that many, many times, sit in a chair all day long. My body wants to move. And I've actually started to view my body as a different being. This might sound kind of weird to people, but as a completely different being that I am in charge of taking care of versus this thing that I just have, this meat suit that I'm stuck in. So my perception has actually changed from, instead of this meat suit that I'm stuck into, it is this separate being that I am in charge of taking care of. Like, it is my responsibility to take care of this separate being. And that perception shift and deciding that I'm going to change it from a place of like, I actually love and respect it. And it wants to move. It wants to go on walks. It wants to get some form of movement throughout the day. And you look at it that way and you start to say, well, I need to give my body some sort of movement throughout the day, every single day. Your body just naturally adapts. Your body naturally starts becoming better. Like your body, you just start losing fat and gaining muscle and everything. You get more energy, all of that stuff. Hey, if you're loving this video, please do me a favor. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button so that you know next time I post a video. And if you have ideas for other things that you want me to talk about, other videos you want me to make, go ahead and put it in the comments down below so I can see what you guys want me to make. But really, more than anything else, what it comes down to is changing your perception of it and realizing that energy is this entire universe. Everything in this entire universe is made of energy, right? So if you look at, like, if you're watching this video right now, this microphone that I am right now talking into, this video camera that I'm looking at, this phone that you're watching it on or listening to it on, your hand, if you look at your hand, all of these things are completely 100% made of energy. Like, they are energy. That's what they are. And you look at it and you go, you look at your hand and it looks like it's solid, but if you could take a slice of your hand and put it under a microscope, you'd see that it's actually energy inside of it. This table is energy. Everything is energy around us. And so we start to ask ourselves, what is the energy that I'm putting into trying to change my body? Is it a positive energy that's wanting to make me continue this marathon? Or is it a negative energy that feels like I need to force myself to do this thing? What is the energy that I'm going through trying to create my business? Is it, I love this and I'm trying to create this business and bring it to the world? Or is it, I hate my bank account so much, I need this business to work? When I'm trying to change my relationship, is it, I hate the way that we talk to each other, the way that we sit around and we exist around each other? Or is it, I really love this person, I love what our relationship can be, I love what it is, and I love what it will be as we start to actually shift and change ourselves? One of them comes from a place of hate, and the other one comes from a place of love. Which do you think is easier to do long term? Both can work. Both do work. I've changed a lot of things in my life just out of pure anger, like pure pissed off, pure fuck this energy. And I have done it many, many times. But the thing that I've learned is that when I come from a place of love, it's way easier and it lasts way longer. A place of love, a place of gratitude, thinking about all the stuff that your body's done for you. It's like a way of thinking about it is like, say you have a dog, right? And say you have like a Australian Shepherd, like a dog with a lot of energy, right? And you have this dog with a lot of energy and it wants to run away and you just decide to put it into a cage and leave it in the cage all day long. That would be like the worst thing you could do for that dog. It's kind of the same for your body. Like your body wants to move. It wants to move. Like it is designed to move, not to sit in a chair all day long. Well, if I have that perception of, I would never just throw a dog into a cage that wants to run around. I would want that dog to be happy and to run around and be happy. Well, why would I just take my body and have this perception of, well, I'm just going to sit in a chair all day long. I'm going to sit, I'm going to sit, I'm going to sit. Like you just start to think about it and you start to actually look at these things. You look at your body, you look at your relationship, you look at your bank account, look at your business from just a different lens, right? Like, let me give you another example, right? If you love your life, if you want to love your life, like you can hate where you are and want change, and it could help you change. But if you hate your current life circumstances, you hate everything about it, you hate where you live, you hate the car you drive, you hate the money in your bank account, you hate the people that are surrounded by you, your lack of opportunities, you can look at it and you could say, I hate all of these things. Or you could say, you know what? There are a lot of challenges. There are a lot of things that I'm not 100% satisfied with, but I can find love and appreciation and gratitude for every single one of these things. And you start to actually find a new lens to look at everything through. I can decide to love and appreciate the challenges that I've been through in my life. I can love and appreciate the pains that I've gone through in my life. I can love everything that I could possibly love. And I could try to figure out a way to change my perception of all the things around me. Happiness is not found in getting what you want. It's found in loving what you have. And so how can you take everything in your life, start to love it, start to appreciate it, and all the things that you want to change and shift, change from a place of loving it versus actually hating it? You want to change your life massively? Just that little perception shift will help. So That's what I got for you for today's episode. If you love this episode, please share it on your Instagram stories and tag me in it, Rob Dial Jr., ROBDIALJR. It's just another way that you guys can help us spread the message. I don't do any ads or I don't have any big companies behind this podcast pushing it. It is just me sitting in front of a microphone, talking, sending it out to you guys. And so the more that you guys can help us put the message out there, the better. So Instagram stories is a great way to do it. If this impacted you in some sort of way, I'm sure it will impact somebody who follows you as well. So if you would do that, I would greatly appreciate it. And with that, I'm going to leave it the same way I leave you every single episode. Make it your mission to make somebody else's day better. I appreciate you, and I hope that you have an amazing day.